Now, I always speak in hard truths. I voted for Donald Trump twice. I was proud to serve America in his administration. But rightly or wrongly, chaos follows him. Y'all know I'm right. Chaos follows him. And we can't have a country in disarray and a world on fire and go through 4 more years of chaos. We won't survive it. And more than that, 70% of Americans have said they don't want a Trump-Biden rematch. The majority of Americans disapprove of Trump and Biden. And look at what they're doing. When you hear Trump speak, what's he talking about? Grievances? The past? He's talking about vendettas? Today he's in court? Biden's talking about investigations? Neither one of them is talking about the future. I'm doing this because I don't want my kids to live this way. And more than that, you're voting tomorrow in a primary. We got to think about a general election. Because let me tell you, look at any one of those polls, head to head. Trump and Biden are in a dead heat. And I'm going to remind you, a vote for Joe Biden is a vote for Kamala Harris. We do not want to ever have a President Kamala Harris. And when you look at those polls, Biden and Trump, dead heat, we're going to be holding our breath. I am in every one of those same general election polls. I defeat Biden by up to 17 points. Do you know what that means? That's bigger than the presidency. That's us getting things back on track in the House, in the Senate, governorships, down to school board. But you win with a double-digit win going into D.C. You know what that is? That's a mandate to stop the wasteful spending and get our economy back on track. That's a mandate to get our kids reading again and go back to the basics in education. That's a mandate to secure our border with no more excuses. That's a mandate for law and order in our country, and that's a mandate for a strong America that we can be proud of. Don't you want that? Because we could have that. But in order to have that, it's going to take a lot of courage. Courage for me to run. And courage for every one of you to remember. Don't complain about what happens in a general election if you don't play in this primary tomorrow. It matters. I have watched the political class line up with Donald Trump. I have fought the political class all my life. You won't see the political class with me in South Carolina. You know why? Because I forced every one of those legislators to have to show their votes on the record and not hide in voice votes anymore. I forced every one of those legislators to pass ethics reform so that we had more transparency of what they were doing. I forced every one of them. By stopping the wasteful spending, I vetoed $500 million of their pet projects because I didn't think taxpayers needed to go that way. And now you look at Congress. I don't expect them to line up with me. Why? Because I want term limits in Washington, D.C., and they don't. I've asked for mental competency tests for them in D.C., and they don't want that. I've said if they don't give us a budget on time, they don't get paid. I don't work for the political class. I will spend every day trying to prove to you that you